This is the back of the man that will steal all the hot singles in your area. This is the face of the reason why we are all maidenless in his world.
Who are you? I am Eugene Santafield, and I am probably related to the dude that rides his sleigh once a year. Featuring the hot single in your area, a certified MILF and banger. This summer. MILFs. The existence most sought after by weebs of all calibers. Among the Kumas, this archetype is sometimes referred to as mommy. In front of us is a cum-inducing agent, known as the demon queen Erinyes, who once ruled over the entire southern continent. She was sent to the human world for angering the goddess. She is said to possess beauty so otherworldly that will drive people into madness. Eventually, she was defeated by a hero and is sealed away to this day. Yes, that held true until recently. Upon entering the secluded room, a white hair girl with mature figure and proportions appears in Eugene's vision. She has 2 giant buffalo wild wings attached to her back, though appearing a bit overcooked for my liking. She's half lying there with a somewhat revealing gesture, signaling Eugene to come join her in whatever activities she may have planned for him. Noticeably, there is a shackle around her right ankle. Perhaps she is into BDSM. Of course, she is none other than the fallen demon queen. However, none of the above features seems to surprise our boy. It is apparent that this is not the first time he has frequented this place. Her striking beauty is indeed true. She's even able to seduce the most Sigma of Chads, our Santafield. Eugene puts down the package he carried with him on the table and slowly responds to Her Majesty's complaint. MC does everything slowly in orderly cadence because he knows a man cannot be too quick. The Queen seems unhappy. When alone, Eugene is supposed to call her by the intimate name Ellie, as established before. For the sake of my sanity, we will call her Ellie from now on as well. MC wonders if Her Majesty may fancy a meal, but he did not expect to be fancied by Her Majesty herself as the meal. A hand reaches from his back and pulls our boy onto the king-sized bed in the room. Ellie slowly creeps from the bottom up, with one of her knees in between MC's legs, threatening the future of the Santafield household. She is about to violate our boy so hard with those gigabadonkers, just like how you guys will do the same to the like button. In no time, the MILF is sitting on top of his belly, commanding Eugene in a seductive manner to fulfill his duty. What duty? Is it what I think it is? This is part of the transaction they have formed. Eugene is to provide his life force to the Queen, but for what in exchange? It is unclear yet. Where is MILF around my area to suck out my life force? I will give out life force so thick that a new life might as well pop out.
12 seconds later.
After a very intense session, the Queen is now satisfied and asleep. Seeing her cute and harmless side profile, MC starts reminiscing about his early days at the Magic Academy when they first met each other. Ellie awakened from her seal just a year ago around the time Eugene was transferred to the Academy. The Academy, now functioning as a defensive mechanism, is bound to put her back to a slumber again. However, due to her exceedingly strong cock-blocking zone surrounding her, no one except the headmaster and MC could get close. Eugene was selected to be a possible point of contact due to his excellence in defensive magic, as well as his big D energy. The job was simple. Bring food and drink to Weeb Queen. Ironically, the Queen to a liking to him, so now he also functions as a snack. Suddenly, Ellie wakes up from her bed and points a finger to a floating projection device. On it, a femboy holding a sword is combating a Geiger-sized python. The visual is from within the dungeon. The final dungeon was created by the gods. Ellie is willing to support MC with her 2 big talents if he decides to take part. The same people always stream their failure, and she no longer wants to pay Twitch subs to the losers. Her Majesty wants a brand new streamer, Eugene, to entertain her. All roads lead to Rome. Once again, the world-class beauty pokes out an olive branch, asking Eugene to form a contract with her. I'm sure the word contract has awakened something inside our boy. But he knows he cannot abuse the F out a contract like Mike Ross, so he showed himself out. With a contract, she is allowed to share her magic power with MC, meaning even without any attack magic affinity, he will be able to wield a magic sword for attack. It will be fair trade. In exchange for power and the added benefit of snoo-snoo, MC will set her free. It sounds like an amazing deal for someone who can only use white magic. Too bad our MC isn't a randomly reincarnated Japanese high school student, or he will at least be able to use Asian magic. At 15 years old, the residents of this world will be bestowed blessing from God, determining their talents. Most people have multiples, and the more the merrier. Eugene wasn't granted attack magic at all, so his dream of becoming a magic swordsman is gone. But don't worry, La. He can still be a doctor or lawyer. With his only notable affinity in defense, he became a laughingstock among the students, despite his glory as the former top of the class. In this storm of unfortunate events, his only harbour is where his girlfriend resides, until she decided that a hoe she shall be and proceeded to have intercourse with herself off stage. MC went from having everything to having nothing in just a few days. Running away to this academy is a protection mechanism for his sanity. Again, a contract plead from the Demon Queen sends MC back to the present. For a white magic, one trick to have an attack mechanism is indeed enticing, but as the Sigma Chad of the story, he will say no to woman. Though expected, the outright refusal still turns Ellie's cheeks into a sack of marshmallow. That said, only the headmaster himself can break the seal to begin with. Even with a hypothetical power-up from the Demon Queen, it will be tough to beat him. At this second, something unexpected piques Ellie's interest. She stops swinging her wineglass and looks up in amusement. 10 hours of scorching fire and chilling sound for you to study and sleep fills the entire 16K UHD OLED monitor. A sea of flames filled the 5th level of the final dungeon, where there is supposed to be forest and grassland. Eugene is a man of few words. He grabs his trustworthy windbreaker and takes his leave towards the dungeon. All students are required to respond to emergencies in the final dungeon. Since he has done the deed in bed, he is allowed to go. Though the Queen is not happy with his answer. She wants more snoo for a whole night, but MC knows it is not good for his body and leaves. Just a few seconds later, the whole city can hear broadcast from the administrative government informing them of the incident in the Tower of Babel. All students and capable personnel are commanded to stand by in front of the dungeon entrance. From where Eugene stands, he can see an upward spiraling tower piercing through the sky with thousands of windows on its side. It is within the city's interest to protect the dungeon, which explains the requirement for everyone to gather around the structure in case of threat against it. A bunch of side characters have gathered conveniently outside of the entrance to explain to us, dear readers, what happened inside. With the elites busy today, no one is able to cross through the fierce flame wall in the dungeon. A character who the author is too lazy to draw eyes appears. He holds an enhancing microphone and starts blasting the following message. Essentially, a fire of this magnitude could not have happened naturally, so they have invited firefighters and investigators to examine the incidents. A few minutes later, on the 5th floor of the dungeon stands a man. He may look stupid and helpless, but he is still our man. He treads through the fire with ease, unlike what the side characters said earlier. Eugene backtracks by inversely following the intensity of the flame towards its source. In his idea, only a fire attribute monster could have achieved destruction of this level. Setting eyes on the scorching flames, Eugene is reminded of his uselessness in this situation. The contract offered by Ellie moments ago lurks in his ears, enticing him to grasp for power. Is he really the type of person to release the Demon Queen to the world for some selfish reason? Before Eugene dives further into his thought process, he sees in front of him a vehicle of demonetization. A girl sits dead naked on the ground in the middle of flame walls, crying. Traces of fire seep out from her body into the atmosphere around her. She is more naked than a turkey on Thanksgiving Day. Who would leave her here in these conditions? Before advancing recklessly, Eugene sees the seeping fire emitting from the girl's body. He deduces that the girl is the source of the fire, yet he does not wish to fight a humanoid monster in the form of a waifu. It's as if the girl knows what went through inside our boy's mind. She prepares herself for the worst, letting out a stream of tears. MC just stands there, in the scorching battleground, without moving a single step. Despite the damning circumstances, Eugene can see the humanity inside the girl. When Jesus walks on water, MC treads through fire. Soon he kneels in front of the crying girl, offering her a hand. The following exchange of behaviors are filled with confusion and bewilderment. The pair stares at each other in the eyes for an eternity before the girl breaks out of the stand still. She starts speaking Elon Musk's favorite language, but sadly, no one in this world can understand her. It is clear that the language barrier is strong with this one. Having nothing else to do, Eugene offers his cloak to the girl so she can demonetize us less. It is at this moment the girl realizes that she is butt naked and smoother than a baby. Her cheeks turn red upon the realization, but it is too late. Our boy just subscribed to her OnlyFans for free. MC offers his right hand to the girl again, offering a way out of the dungeon. The girl gradually eases her hand towards MC, but soon realizes her emitting fire might do harm to him. Unbeknownst to her, our boy is so useless that the only thing he can do well is block himself off from a girl. Therefore, such trivial fire cannot possibly pierce through his denseness. When the two hands meet, insuppressible happiness radiates from the girl. She lets out a big smile, then passes out in MC's arms. After she faints, flames all around the floor start to extinguish. No doubt the girl must be the source of the fire. Who is this mysterious girl, and how will the MC continue his nightly duty with the Demon Queen? This concludes Chapter 1 of the manga. As this is one of the newest manga, only one other chapter is available as of now. The name of the manga will be pinned in the comment below. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.